Self-sufficiency farming. What is self-sufficiency farming? Self-sufficiency farming is producing most or all of your food on your own land with little to no external inputs or help from other people or organizations. A self-sufficient farmer does little or no trading with the world outside of their farm. They have got everything they need and could go years without ever leaving their land or going into town. How it get started with self-sufficiency farming. Initiating a self-sufficiency farm necessitates a thorough checklist, primarily conducting detailed research about your region's climate, soil type, and local growing conditions is crucial. A deep understanding of your land is the foundation for success in self-sufficient farming. Next, choose your crops and livestock based on these conditions, taking into account your nutritional needs, market demand if you plan to sell, and the ability of plants and animals to thrive in your environment. Remember, diversify your crops and livestock to ensure a balanced diet and to maintain soil fertility. Your initial setup should include essential infrastructure like a dwelling, means housing, barns, means shed, including for storing grains, fences, and irrigation system. Investing in durable, high quality equipment is encouraged for longevity and efficiency. To power your farm, explore renewable energy sources such as solar panels or wind turbines fitted for your region's conditions. Apart from energy, managing your water resources is critical. Consider rainwater harvesting system or a well if feasible. Finally, master necessary skills such as animal care, planting, harvesting, food processing, and basic carpentry. Building a strong knowledge base equips you to address challenges that may rise, ultimately establishing a successful self-sustaining farm. How many acres do you need for a self-sustaining farm? The amount of land you will need for a self-sustaining farm will vary widely depending on who you ask. The types of activities that you do on your farm and what your goals are will also dictate how many acres you need. Can you be self-sufficient on 1 acre? The answer will really depend. If you make use of every bit of space on 1 acre of land and are okay with some restrictions on what you can grow, you can make it work. How many acres for vegetables? If you are extremely efficient, even 1/4 acre may be enough to grow most of the food for a small family. In a perfect world, you can grow enough vegetable to feed 2 to 4 people in that amount of space. We say in a perfect world because chances are that you won't be able to use 100% of your land. Some of your farm may be shaded out by large trees and covered in forest, or your soil may be hilly, swampy, or filled with rocks in certain spots. How many acres to raise animals? If you are raising livestock, you may need as much as 50 acres or more, especially for larger animals like cattle. One adult cow needs about 4 acres of land per month. You can see how, if you have got an entire herd, their bills start to really add up. When you think about how much land you will need to raise livestock, don't just think about the land they will be housed on. You will also need enough additional pasture to rotate them to while grass and weeds regrow once one area is cleared out. Don't forget that you will also need enough land to raise enough feed to get your animals through the colder months. If you farm only a few acres and you want to be self sufficient, you are probably going to have to give up red meat and live off just chickens with maybe a couple pigs or goats spread over the course of the entire year. Other land uses: you will need to use the land on your self-sufficient farm for more than just vegetables and livestock. Energy is another major factor to consider. If you are using solar panels, you will need to set aside at least a few hundred square feet for them. A smaller home needs about 200 square feet of solar panel, means 18 square meters, to be self-sufficient. A larger home may need 1000 square feet, approximately 90 square meters or more. If you are heating your home with firewood and live in a cold climate, expect you will need 5 to 10 acres of forest to produce the wood that you need to. Lastly, think about the space you will need for living and storing things. Your home is probably going to take up at least 1000 square feet, means 90 meters. You will also need a driveway to get on and off the property, plus probably a couple of sheds or barns to store all of your tools and equipment. Please subscribe and like it and do favor. Thanks.